Well, now that we're beginning to express and learn the side plane of the three segments of maximum movement, we can begin to do as preparation for the fifth section to be able to understand and practice the spiral of the three segments of maximum movement. The spiral of the neck, the spiral of the heart, and the spiral of the waist. There are three places in which the whole spine moves inside of its three-dimensional spiral expansion. And the spiral of the neck, the best way is to find it in the beginning is to find, again, symmetry. And by now you know that the side extension of your neck is not right like 180 degrees, but it's actually the natural elongation of your entire neck from the hip and from the pelvic floor to the diagonal. And it's strange to use the word diagonal because it's just to give you a clue in a space, and you will notice that if you go directly 180 degrees, you break the neck and then you create compression about the rest of the spine. So in order to release the compression of all of the vertebrae, you go in then to the side plane. So if you start the neck in the side plane and then you move a circle, you will arrive to the center of symmetry, which it will be at this point. And then from the center of symmetry, the neck changes, going back to the other side of the side plane, which it will be like this diagonal right here. It won't be here, but it won't be here. And then from then, it goes around the back. And then there will be a moment that it becomes symmetrical, from which it changes around the back again to arrive to the side plane. So I'm going to stop for a moment. This one, it's a motion that you have to do very, very gentle because it's very, very powerful. Because most of the time we innocently, when we wanted to stretch the neck or do something, we try to break the connections of the vertebrae by finding release. And what we're doing here is actually finding the length inside of the elongation of all the planes, and the length actually begins on the pelvic floor. So you're beginning to incorporate all aspects of your spine, many muscles that before, so if you're innocently was just going two-dimensionally, like creating resistance, they were not used. Now they're going to start using. Even your feet are going to be part of this motion of your neck. So I wanted to tell you just to be very gentle and just begin to use your intelligence and the power of your mind to find, okay, that's the side plane, that's the center of symmetry, that is the diagonal, this is the side plane, now that's the back, this is the center of back now, and now I'm going all the way around to get me back into the side plane of the neck. All right? Now, the complexity in this motion, which is not, but if you understand then it will be simple, is that when you go to the side plane and you go to the point of symmetry, the tendency sometimes will be like you just want to follow that rolling, this rolling movement. You see, this rolling movement is good, but it's really actually innocently compressing upon the spine. So what I'm looking for is a centripetal and centrifugal balance. Centripetal will be just like going all the way around yourself, whatever way it is. Centrifugal means that you find the point in which the going into your center, into your skeleton, and extending out are equal. So this is a device of just practicing a little bit. It's like a spiral expanding you at the same time that connects you to the place of the beginning of the movement in the neck. So you will notice that from symmetry, you go into the side plane where the movement began, you touch symmetry, and now, as I said, the first intention would be go from the neck around, but you are not going to go from the neck. You're going to go from the crown into the other side of the side plane. Now, the tendency from here will be just to go from the neck back. You are not. You're going to go from the crown all the way around the back, and you're going to arrive to point of symmetry. And remember, the tendency is going to go around you? No. You're going to go from the crown all the way around to find the side plane again. So it's another discovery that you're moving from the highest point of elongation, not from the lowest point like grinding. No grinding into the vertebra. only facilitating. Yeah? So, again, the center of symmetry, the side plane, going to the center, finding the other side of the side plane, which is right here, and now the back all the way around. And where's the center of symmetry back? Right here. Okay, now go around all the way. Yay! Now I am in the side plane. So again, be very gently. It's a study in the spiral elongation of the places of maximum movement and in a spiral centrifugal connection. Yeah? Not centripetal only, but also balanced by the centripetal force, gravity and expansion. Beautiful. So once you do the neck, once you find the neck, then you incorporate the heart. And the way it goes is this way. You are in symmetry, you are in the center of a space, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do it again. 1, 2, 3. That's the side plane. This is around the back. 2, 3, 4. And now the heart. Now, to get to the heart, I have to go inside of me higher. 1 right there. And now the whole heart goes around. It arrives to the center of symmetry. It goes to the side plane, all the way out here, and it goes all the way around the back. So the spine can go all the way back, and then inside of the heart around, touch symmetry, goes the other side, goes around the back. And now, if you incorporate the whole waist now, you have to do it before you get to symmetry. From this area, the hip and the leg assist you to go all the way around, and you are all the way in the connection to the waist, arriving to suspended balance, from which you come back to the spiral to 0 point. As you begin to define the spirals, you will discover also that when you start moving, your eyes are beginning to be part of the motion. Another form that your eyes are moving inside of you, and the same degree that the movement is taking place, if it is the neck and if it is the heart, the whole circle becomes larger and so on, and then the last one becomes all the way out around you. Okay? Now, in the beginning, when you start practicing the neck and the heart, just as in the side plane, remember when we did the side plane, we just did the lower back, the heart, and the neck, and then we add the arms when we did the bow and arrow. Also, the spirals of the neck, heart, and pelvis have corresponding directions in the motions of your arms. Another form of saying, if I move just the neck, and as I did right now, I can help myself with my arms. But if you allow the movements to be able to be larger and connecting you to space, the hands and the arms are really actually moving the neck, moving the heart, moving the lower back and the actual beginning of the waist. So you are not moving then from those points, you're moving from the farthest points of your being, facilitating even more opening in the spiral of your spine. So in the motion itself, the motion will become like this. We start into 0 point, and we start in neutral, 2, 3, and 4. We unfold in the movement almost to heaven, and then the circle of the neck corresponds to the connection between arms. And the arms are moving, and right there, that's the movement of the neck. I'm going to do it for a little bit so you can see it. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. If I go to the heart now, the spiral becomes large. See right here? And now the other part of the spiral is coming to be here. The left arm catches the spiral. The right arm is getting ready to catch it right there. Now the left one is ready to catch right there. Now if I move to the large spiral, it becomes large. And now you see my fingers carry the hip, the leg, the entire waist of the spine until I arrive to suspended balance, ready to return to the center, back into 0 point. Now, we'd like to do the motion again, and I would like to tell you that the movement of the actual motion of the spiral of the neck, the heart, and the spiral of the waist is actually an interchanging balance of your arms, facilitating the right and the left interconnection to the whole movement. So through the practice and the learning of the movements, you are creating a space between the vertebrae and the disc of the vertebrae to facilitate and release any calcification that may exist in the spine. Remember that releasing any calcification in any of the places of maximum movement imply the engagement, the equal engagement of all of the muscles and ligaments in your body simultaneously. So all the sets of muscles are engaged in a different way because there's no one point in the body that you're holding to move the whole. Everything is moving with you. So that's the reason that the interchanging balance in your arms and as you do the spiral is important. But as I said in the beginning, just begin very gently to find the neck and the heart, find the place in space, then begin to add a little bit of the arms, and then finally add the whole movement. And now what I'm going to do is do the whole movement, okay? So 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now that's the beginning. First half of the spiral, second part of the spiral. Left arm connects to the first part. This is the second part. This is the third spiral now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now the heart begins in the left arm all the way around. It's a larger spiral. It goes all the way around you. The left arm catches the other side. It connects through the spiral. And now, if you become the big spiral, it connects to the right leg, which is the right hip. It connects all the way through the entire, and even if you want to, you can release it all the way back into the floor, all the way. So your entire spiral comes from the hips. And then from the floor, you just, if you go from the floor, just go all the way up with your arms. And then you can start on the other side. So you go in this way, and now the right arm catches the other side of the spiral. The left arm catches the first half of the neck, the second half all the way around. The heart now creates a larger circle. It connects to the other side, all the way around. Now the right arm catches within itself, go around, and if it becomes the waist, it connects to the legs, both legs, connecting through the side plane, arriving completely to the floor, all the way extending, all the way through, and then coming back, all the way through, opening through all of the mandala. Okay, so you can begin to explore in the chair. Exploring in the chair, all these places is going to be wonderful for you because remember that we are seated in a chair, we are standing up, walking and moving, or we are on the floor or in bed. So all these places should become completely familiar and comfortable for you because you are transforming your life every moment as you move.